Hey, we could play One Question Go on Discord, but you are gonna ask me stupid questions. Do you really have a white chin? Is your chin really white? Is corpse really locked downstairs in your basement? Is it true you sacrificed the goat in 2019? Why did rapper Scarlxrd wear the mask for 8 years? His fans say he's handsome.
Hello?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. What's your question?
Do you still talk with the Vxid?
You asking if I still talk to the members of the band? No, I don't. No. Last time I spoke to them was around, 2019? And yeah, just kind of fell out of contact with them, really. Nothing personal, really. Just, people grow apart, I guess. Is there any other questions? No, it's One Question Go, but do you have another one?
Another one?
Nah, I disconnected him. Hello?
Hello. How are you doing?
Is that your real voice?
Yes.
Can you say drop after drop?
Drop after drop.
What's your question? Go on, what's your question?
Would you rather be deaf or would you rather be blind? And why?
Alright, thanks. Get off the stage, corpse. Would I rather be deaf or blind? And why? Shit. Bro asked me if I'd rather be blind or deaf. Both kind of fuck. We're passing up like visual stimuli for audio stimuli, or we're saying no audio stimuli and wait, fuck, that's very difficult. I don't think I can answer that. Because it's either no music or no films. This is a serious matter. Neither. I'm keeping both. That's my answer. Keeping both of them. Next one.
We ever do a song with Bring Me the Horizon?
Ah, good fucking question. Yes, 100%. I love Bring Me. I was on tour with them. Back in 2019. You know what I'm saying? Cool bunch of guys. Really stoic. You know what I'm saying? Been in the game years. So they're fucking smell of experience and expertise. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, first time I met Ollie, bro, I was so drunk. Back when I was drinking heavy back in the day. Oh my God, bro. So it's at their show in Birmingham. This is when I was drinking a lot. So I was drinking. That before I went to the show, I was already late, but I made Head Gone like that night. So Head Gone was like one take when I was pissed, pre-drinking, ready to go see their gig. So I'm pre-drinking, and I make Head Gone. Complete song, Head Gone, boom. Then I go to the Bring Me show. I meet Ollie afterwards, and I'm so fucked. He comes over, he's like, oh, bro, nice to meet you. And I'm just like, yeah, bro. I'm just fucking cooked. I'm cooked, bro. And I'm like, man, I remember, you know when you've had a night out, and then your friends are like, you were really drunk last night. And you just did, or you was moving a little too, you see what I'm saying? So anyway, I get back to the crib next day, banging hangover, and I just remember these glimpses in my head. I mean, I just kept dapping him up. Just kept dapping him up, and he's there going, thanks, bro. In his fucking Sheffield. Thanks, bro. Yeah, thanks, bro. Nah, I appreciate it, bro. Thanks, bro. And I'm just there fucking glazing him. Hammered. Just fucking and dapping him up constantly. But anyway, funny. Maybe you had to be there. I don't fucking know. It's funny to me. Right, next one.
Out of every song, and I mean every, be it released or not, is there a song you've not enjoyed the process of making, and why?
Ooh, Nova, thank you for the question. I'm going to answer it right now. I love the disconnect. It's so fun. Song that I didn't enjoy the process of making. Difficult to answer because I enjoy the cook. I like making music. And if I wasn't enjoying it, the song would never get snippeted or even saved. I wouldn't even hit Control S on that shit if I wasn't fucking with it or if I wasn't feeling it. So I will say this though, because I like the question. He's talking about, are there cooks that feel more laborious than others? 100%. There's been songs, we always talk about the tunes that I've made that we make mad quick. Oh yeah, 15 minutes record, that. Yeah, go in there, go out. That took one take. Yeah. Head Gone before I go see Bring Me. But there's also the songs that take they take forever to cook, bro, because you just can't get it right. You can't get the bit right, or like there's a vocal you can't get right, or there's a scream that's just fucking the bane of your existence. It's just not happening. So a song example of a tune like that would be what? I would say, oh my God, Madman. Oh, and dude, and what is it from fucking Doom 1? Do Dead People Dream from Doom 1? Fuck. That took, oh my gosh, bro. I didn't know whether I wanted the song to start like, because you know how a song is, right? Say this is a song, right? And then you've got like the beginning, whatever, bridge, ending, hook, or whatever the fuck. Whatever structure you have. And I'm just trying to fucking get the structure right. I just remember it taking, oh my God, I'd opened up, oh my God, Brain Dead, bro. Oh, that tune took forever, fam. I remember I was sat on the couch, bro, just dopamine fried, bro. I wasn't feeling nothing. I could have sat there in melancholy, just like alone in my apartment, just like, you know. And I'm there trying to think of Brain Dead, and I'm playing the fucking the piano thing, and I've got that on loop, and then maybe 4 bars of the drop. So it's like I swear I had this shit on loop. And I'm sure, actually, saying that, there's a lot of songs I like to write to, so I leave them on repeat. And obviously I can't be asked wearing my headphones, so I play them out loud. So Gina will probably have a long list of songs that she can't fucking stand because I've just played them too much, like the beat. Fucking hell, there is one actually, and a bit like when we did the fucking challenge with the acapella, and it just becomes too much, and something that you once loved just turns into fucking, you fucking hate it. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of cooks like that, but also very rewarding because I love Brain Dead. I think it's a brilliant fucking tune. Once I got over the hurdle of initially finding the source and what I wanted to do with the track, once I got over that kind of hurdle, boom, that's it. Tune was easy then. Layer it up, do a little thing here, switch this, do, boom. You know? So yeah, all good. All right then, next question.
Where the fuck is Fantasy Void 2 at? Where's Fantasy Void 2 at?
Fantasy Void 2. Alright. Good question. There is no Fantasy Void 2. I never planned on making... Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. I'm lying again. I do be lying. Me and Windows, around the Christmas of 2023, around that time, around the Christmas of 20... We're talking November, December. Me and him started chatting, and we softly started moving towards a Fantasy Void 2. Now, Escaped Matrix is a production from that era. It's a guitar from that era that Windows did back then and sent to me. Recently then, shot over to Mups, and Muppy did the fucking Muppy. Yo, Muppy's like a fucking... Yo, artists, you need a nigga like Muppy in your phone on speed dial. You need a motherfucker like Muppy on speed dial. This guy, bro, he's like John Wick, bro. Say, yo, Muppy. He says, send it. I said, ah. He already knows. This is why he's the GOAT. He already knows, okay? He already knows. I hit him. He says, what's the idea, lad? I say, bro, not even we can skip the how are yous, thank you. Nah, Muppy's my boy. Muppy's a beast. He's my boy. I got him on speed off for moments where I need that. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, he cooks up insane. You know what I'm saying? Always sending me packs, bro. Same with Shoki too. I'm going off a bit on a tangent here. I will get back to the questions. But you should see mine and Shoki's text. Yeah? Just like files. Fucking love that. I get a text from Shoki and I'm like, the phone like goes once and I'm like, huh? Because you know what I'm saying? When Shoki texts you, your phone's going to be ringing for like 15 minutes of just beats coming through like and it's like, yo, that boy cooking. But guess what? He's cooking and he's sending it to me. Next question.
So my question is, my favorite album you made is Doom 1.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on Doom 1 to make?
Ooh, what's my favorite song on Doom 1 to make? You say favorite song to make or my favorite song on there?
You can answer both.
Okay, cool. So favorite song to make, let me go around the list. Okay, favorite one to make is between Pieces of Shit and Boiling Point. Nah, 4 a.m. Nah, it's gotta be 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Nah, it's 4 a.m. It's definitely 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. was the most fun to make because Moppy popped over. Moppy came over. Yeah, 4 a.m. Moppy came over. He cooked the beat right there. As he was cooking, I'm writing. And he's cooking, I'm writing. I'm like, I don't want to waste time because, you know, I'm trying to be done with this and then I'm trying to chill. I ain't trying to sit in the studio all night. Fuck that. So we're cooking. I get on the beat after he'd finished fucking making it, producing it. Boom, I get on it, record the whole thing, and we go until 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Banger.
Yeah.
Fucking banger. Favorite song on the album, though, I have to say is Boiling Point. Boiling Point is probably my favorite one. Hell on Earth is good too. I love Hell on Earth, but Boiling Point is probably my favorite. Thanks for your question, bro.
My question is like, is there a way you could do a room tour of your house?
A
Like,
room tour of my
I don't know
house.
if
Is that sus? He wants the plans to my crib? What you need that for? Hey, Scarlxrd, I'm just parked down the street. I'd love to know the plans to your house. I guess I could do a room tour of the studio. This is the studio / stream room now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we could do a studio tour, but the camera's attached to the desk. So, not much going on, really. We've got sofa for the cats, bigger sofa for the cats, TV, which never gets turned on unless we're watching The Last Dance or some other inspirational documentary that makes us feel like we should work harder, or some anime if we need some background vibes. Over here we have the studio, which is honestly not a crazy setup. I talk to artists all the time and they're like, bro, do you have the fucking the mic? That's the fucking, you know, do you have the interface? That's the fucking, do you have the fucking, the dual splitter fucking, and I'm just like, bro, I've been using this same fucking setup since I started. If it's not broke, don't fix it, you know. Maybe got a little bit of a bigger interface, but and I got a little keyboard over there. It's quite nice. My little keyboard, well, that's my station. I like to keep clean, simple, minimal. Don't want to overdo it, you know what I mean? Don't want to fucking, I just realized, I don't want to overdo it, you know what I'm saying? I keep it simple. I did want to start producing at one point, but then I was like, you know what I'm saying? So everything is very engineering and vocal specific, you know what I mean? I don't really be in here trying to fucking play instruments and shit. I got midis and like keyboards and like decks and stuff, but yeah. Oh my god, you haven't seen this over here, but I'm actually quite organized. I got all my wires specifically put away in specific places, so you know, you can say, oh, get me a USB C to C, and I could just go in that drawer right there. You can say, oh, I need a HDMI wire. I say, okay, there you go. You can say, oh, I need a hard drive. I go, okay, there you go. You can say you need batteries. I've got you. You know what I'm saying? What else you need? The fuck else you need? VR headsets, because I had the old Quest, the newer Quest, and the newest Quest. Pretty cool headsets. I got a Nintendo Switch that was gifted to me. Big up SX, thank you. Next question.
О, привет, заебись.
Yo, Zayabis!
So, what do you think about Ghostman? Right now, Ghostman have a wife, have a child. Is that a reason to why Ghostman stopped doing music? And is that possible, for example, with you, if you got the wife, got the child, you stop making music?
Alright, I'm gonna disconnect you for this one. I understand what he's trying to ask. He's basically asking why his Ghostman took a huge break, and why hasn't he released anything, yada 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 yada. I see a lot of people giving Ghostman shit for this, and I think it's a bit weird. You don't have control over an artist's output just because you listen to them. It ain't your life. It's no reason to be parasocial because you like the fucking Fed Up song. I like the Fed Up song too. Shit, I love Lord Mage too. You know what I'm saying? But that is a fucking person. It's a whole, that's a grown man. And if that person isn't looking to release art in the moment, that's nothing to do with you, brethren. Ghostman can do whatever Ghostman wants to do, and guaranteed, yeah, and this man drops the next thing. Everyone move out the way, bro. Move out the way. Move out the way. Move out the way. You understand? Big up Ghost every single fucking time. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? Good. You lot miss him. Good. Play the shit. Play the shit that you've got. You know what I'm saying? Play the shit that you've got. You know what I mean? Should he decide to never ever release a thing ever again, that ain't your problem. That ain't your problem. That ain't up to you. That ain't up to you to sit there and moan and whatever. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bro. Hey, listen, yo, if you was a fan of The Verve back in the fucking 90s, they dropped one album, there was one and done. They was one and done. Shit. I think a lot of the time it gets weird out here because, you know, obviously the fans can feel a bit entitled to the artist's success because it's like, well, we're the reason that your life has changed or whatever. Isn't wrong, but weird perspective though, weird angle, because GHOSTEMANE included everybody. Where was all the fans when we were making tunes? When we just started, where was everybody? You know what I mean? When we just started, where was everybody? It's like, you know, everybody plays catch up. Everyone plays catch up and then acts entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone bought the top. You all bought the top. Anyway, Yapper of the Year. Yapper of the motherfucking year goes to me. Ain't nobody yapping like I'm yapping.
Yo, what's up, bro? Yo, so my question to you is, when you start touring, will there be VIP tickets like back in the days, like in 2019?
I had VIP tickets in 2019. I think the people that we met backstage was like with the label, or like, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I don't think I've ever done a meet and greet. You're referring to the London show where I did the signing. Big difference between signing and meet and greet. Just want to clarify. So yeah, we did that. We did that for the album. That was an album signing. And I signed a bunch of people's like posters and CDs. And you're asking if I'll do that again in the future. Potentially.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm looking to get active on the live situation again. Yeah, I'm looking to get active on the live situation again real soon. We've been planning a lot, getting a lot in place. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of stuff that we can do. You know what I mean? I was talking to Jackie P about this too. So there's a lot of ideas in the air. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of exciting conversations happening at the moment, but nothing to announce. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. But be excited, Parvan, my bro. Be excited.
Hello?
Yo. Okay.
My birthday's next month.
Uh-huh.
And I want an autograph so fucking bad.
Okay.
So bad.
Okay.
That's it.
That's all you want? You just want an autograph?
That's it. I just want an autograph. That's it.
Okay. Where are you in the United States?
Yeah.
Did you fuck with Trap Lord?
I mean, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad? It wasn't bad? Bro! It wasn't bad? Bro! I was gonna say, yeah, bro, I can get you a signed copy. Because I got the signed copies loaded up, ready to go. That was loaded up, ready to go. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Low-key trash. Bro! Then message me. I can get you a signed CD. Message me.
Yo.
Yes, my bro. You saying?
Yo, I actually didn't expect to be here. My question is, right? ATV2 is my favorite album, right? My question is, what was the song that you made that made you be like, this is the one? This is what's gonna like, you know.
Okay, there's a couple. There's a couple because that's how I usually go into albums, if I get enough songs that feel like that. All right, here we go. Oh, fuck, there's so many good ones. I would say one of the first ones that felt that way was probably All Rock Stars Go to Heaven. That was probably the one that I was like, okay, yo, I'm back in that kind of bag. You know what I mean? And it felt really natural. And Lord Scar's another good one. Felt really natural, and I was really fucking with it. What's your favorite track off the album?
Oh man, I got two. I got two that I can't decide which is better. 27 or Is This Real? Is This Real saved me, bro.
Ooh, for real?
Yeah. I love that song so much.
27. Oh fuck, I love this song. I remember the time around I wrote it as well. It's so eerie being an artist and being around this age, like low-key, and you just kind of crazy. Oh yeah, adrenaline. And if I like it might be honor or humiliation. Humiliation is another one lyrically that I really fuck with. Humiliation.
Oh yeah.
Lyrically, Humiliation is like also another big one. Alright then, bro. Love, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, my bro?
The question was, Made in Hell was like, I don't know the numbers or anything, but it seems to me that it was commercially like not as successful or successful in brackets, because what the fuck is success, as other albums. But what I distinctly get the feeling that most people didn't get anything. Like they did not understand a single piece of the message. I mean, you literally had, I think, in the 10 EPs, even with the lyrics, they still don't get what I say. Like, did that impact you in a?
I
in
understand
some way?
I understand what you're trying to say. Like you're asking if the performance of such a good project when it doesn't perform as well as previous albums or whatever, does it affect me?
No, more like, do people seriously just listen to my music to work out in the gym? It's like that all that's useless.
Dude.
Like that would be the question that I maybe I'm just too insecure.
No. It's I like hearing these perspectives. You have to understand. I'm the guy making the shit. You know what I mean? So there isn't as much. I feel like people listening, thinking about me make it, and thinking about like, you know, all of this, you know, pressure and fucking performance and, you know, maximizing marketing and they're thinking about all this artist stuff. Like, honestly, me as the artist, it isn't that high pressure. You know, I'm really enjoying what I'm making, and I try and make every project. When I go into a project, I try and really enjoy it. Sorry, carry on. What are you saying?
I think you still misunderstood, if I may.
No,
I wasn't asking about commercial success,
Okay.
or anything of the sort. Like even if it made like nothing, even if you made minus.
Okay.
I was more like,
what are you asking?
if I was it's a concept album,
Yeah.
which is basically a loop in itself, and you're very precise with how you structured it,
Yeah.
and you have very nuanced lyrics that are in depth, and I haven't seen like anybody mention that ever.
Oh, okay.
Like it's all just. Like,
Okay. You feel like
and
okay. I see.
Are you disappointed that people? Are you disappointed
I see
that
what you're
people
getting
don't
at.
get it?
Right. You feel like there are elements to my craft that are pushed to the side and not appreciated enough.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Is that what we're saying? And how do I
Yes.
feel about that?
Yes, because
okay. Cool. Well, to answer your question, right? So I think the fact that it exists and you can pick up on it means that everybody's picked up on it, but they haven't consciously picked up on it. Does that make sense? I'm a big believer in like manipulating people. Whoa. I'm a big believer in manipulating the audience, right? With clever shit and good shit, whether they pick up on it or not. If people don't pick up on the message on Made in Hell, what they'll do is they'll go, yo, that album was actually pretty sick. But they don't know why it was sick. Does that make sense? But the reason it was sick, you could probably articulate and say, well, yeah, the concept was strong and lyrically he was behaving in these ways and he took it here, then took it there, then took it there. You know what I mean? But to the...
It was more the soul of the
Yeah.
meaning
So, okay, so as someone who, okay, you're clearly someone that's really interested in art and music and you connect with it, right? Not everybody is listening to music like that, but it still hits them the same. They just can't articulate it. You know what I mean? I feel like really, really, really good art has layers to the point where you can extrapolate it to the point where you're like, fuck. You probably picked up on like, the Dante's Inferno references, etc., all of this stuff that I had going on in there. But it's not for everybody to get. But the fact that it's so dense, in the art itself is so dense. The fact that it is, that's what I'm trying to create as an artist. That's the art that I enjoy. Whether people pick up on it or not, who gives a fuck? Whether people pick it up or not, the fact that it exists and it's out there is enough for me.
Do you ever disambiguate on lyrics, or do you have a strict rule of never doing that?
Do I? Sorry.
Because
with lyrics, do I what?
Disambiguating on lyrics. For example, there is a part in "Worst Me" where you swap the beat to a mellow sound and a drowned out sound, which is keeping me down, just let me go.
Yeah.
Etc. The question is that I'm asking myself basically when I listen to that, and that's part of the art.
Yeah,
part of
exactly.
the artist.
Because I feel like you're obviously very. You love to analyze art, and as the artist having this conversation to try not to break the
Sure.
you know what I mean? I'm also not gonna answer some of the questions you probably have because I don't know, to a lot of
Let
people,
it be in superposition.
Yeah,
Let it be in superposition.
exactly. Let it be in superposition. Let it be a thing where I can answer things, but certain questions about albums I won't answer because it's almost like Gina does this all the time. She listens to a song and she's like, oh, is this song about this situation that happened? And I'll be like, huh? But then I'll be like, yeah. No, yeah. It was about that. Yeah. Meanwhile, it wasn't.
Maybe
it wasn't,
one day
it wasn't.
you'll
It wasn't about
lay
that.
it all out.
It was about fucking cornflakes. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying? So
La la.
you know what I mean? You can't. It's like when people found out, you know, the Gorillas, Clint Eastwood, the dum 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 dum. You know that fucking.
Oh yeah.
You know that's a loop from a fucking MIDI fucking thing that you can buy. It's like a preset loop, and they used it. You know what I mean? And like people will probably write a thesis saying, "Oh my god, this fucking thing." You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, cool. Hey, I appreciate the question.
I did actually search for the ad libs.
Oh,
like,
for real?
Example, it's no fun. It's no fun. I was working. I think.
Okay.
I believe.
Right, listen, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the podcast, my bro. Love you.
Thank you.
Really, really grateful. I don't talk about this, but I'm really, really happy. Like we can have intelligent conversations about the music. You know what I'm saying? We do yap. Listen, I'm glad we can have these kind of conversations about the music. You know what I mean? I like having these conversations about music. I love hearing people's perspectives. I love hearing people's takes. I love hearing, you know what I mean? I personally, you know what I'm saying? Keep the fucking dead opinions that are clearly low IQ. I don't like low IQ opinions. You know what I mean? Low IQ opinions, nah. Whack.
Oh shit.
Top up my fridge. How you doing, boss?
So what was the biggest challenge you faced when shifting from creating YouTube content to making music? And like, how did your experience as a YouTuber kind of influence your approach to music?
Oh, sick question. The hardest thing was letting go of YouTube. That was the most difficult thing, because it was something that I'd built my identity around. It was my income. People knew me as that, and I know that does weird things to your psychology. When people know you for something, you know, you can kind of get lost in your own source, and that definitely happened multiple times because I was so young, doing YouTube, and I was so popular. It's fucking massive, bro. I was so popular, and all of these things was wrapped up in it. But my intuition and how I felt, like intuition, I'm just gonna say intuition. My intuition wanted to do things differently and wanted to express myself differently and get a new schedule, get a new way of doing things, breaking the pattern, just breaking the habit of being Mazzy Maz. That was the hardest thing to do, right? The next difficult thing was almost putting 100% into music, but that wasn't a difficult thing really, because the only way I could go at music 100% was if I sacrificed my YouTube career. I wasn't able to do both, or I wasn't able to do both at a level that would pay me dividend. So time spent making YouTube videos, yeah, I still did it for, you know, just having fun making YouTube videos and enjoying it. But in terms of growing a career and making an income that was sustainable and enough to live off, and, you know, building a brand and a business, no, that was out the window, gone. That's a dead dream now. So I really had to use the skill set that I'd learned in my band, use the skill sets that I'd learned from being a YouTuber initially, and basically a mix of both of those two things. I created what you know as Scarlxrd, but at the time it was just all of these mini pieces coming together and just pulling little pieces of things in, you know what I mean? So like the look and the outfit, you know, me and Dan Earth, we were super into fashion photography, fashion film. Vaughn as well, my boy Vaughn. So us three, you know, locked in, and we was doing stuff, being creative. I then get back into the music, and it all just spirals and turns into, over time, obviously this doesn't happen instantly, but over time turns into, you know, the Scarlxrd that everybody knows. But the transition period was very unknown, but me and the boys, we all embraced that, and we kind of went into this unknown. Everyone thought I was crazy for quitting YouTube, by the way, except for us lot. Because we were like, just us three, really. We were like, well, what we're doing creatively is just so fun and so meaningful and so different that people's gonna have to fucking catch up type shit. So, yeah. What was your second question? I'm such a yapper, bruv.
How did your experience as a YouTuber influence your like initial approach into music?
Oh, I could outpace everybody It's why I knew I was gonna succeed. Rappers are lazy. Rappers are slow. Everyone, your competition's weak, bruv. The competition's weak. They don't know about scheduling. They don't know about. They have a nigga that does this, nigga that does that, nigga that does that, nigga that does that. If you're a YouTuber, you was doing everything yourself. So when you step into the game of music, you are already you're too heavy. You're too heavy. You're upper weight class. Your upper weight class, you know what I'm saying? So doing music was, you know, you just applied that kind of pressure that you applied to doing YouTube videos, and you apply that kind of pressure to do music. And then, yeah, you would go clear. Back then, I'm not talking about today. Talking back then when I transitioned, like you applied that pressure to music that you was doing over here with like understanding all of these things you did with YouTube, but do it with music. Oh, gone. And then, you know, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's like the best answer, bro. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Also, drop off the grid, motherfucker.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. We'll definitely drop that at some point. Yo, big up him. Big up him.
Yo, I just have like a very, very quick question.
Yeah.
And as a person who holds like the Doom series very close to my heart, I'm just wondering, when would you drop like? Would you ever drop a Doom free ever?
So yeah, 100%, but it wouldn't be called Doom free. That makes sense. I feel like if I was to do a Doom free, there'll be a lot of expectations married to it. And there'll be a lot of, I don't know. We can go much heavier. Did you like Dead Rising?
Oh, I loved the Dead Rising. That was a great album. The concept behind it.
Yeah, you fucking with it. So you could say Dead Rising is in that kind of. I could have called Dead Rising Doom free. I could have. You know what I mean? I could have done
honestly, that doesn't make sense.
You know what I mean? So. But in terms of doing a Doom free, yeah, 100% I'll do a Doom free, but it won't be called Doom free. But 100%, I mean, that sound there is, it happens in cycles. I get into different bags, and that's what makes the bag that people like so good, is because I don't just stay there. I move around. If I was just to do Dead Rising after Dead Rising after Dead Rising, sound won't progress. The depth of the concept won't progress. You know what I mean? The fact of the matter is, you could say Doom 1, and then what happened in between? We had what? Infinity, and then we did what else did we do? Immortalization. No, thank you. And then we did what? Acquired Taste, and then we had Fantasy Void.
Scar Hours,
Scar Hours, Fantasy Void, then Doom 2. What we talking? Jesus Christ, what's that? 5 albums in between. So
yeah, something like that.
In between Doom 1 and Doom 2 was 5 records. So it's like during that 5 records though, you can hear the difference, because if you was to play Doom 1 and then play a Doom 2 track, ooh, bro, them Doom 2 songs sound like they got a little beefier, they got a little stronger.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? There was beefier. Them songs were way, way, way crazier, because I went out and I was fucking with different genres and shit. I was fucking with different genres and whatnot. But yeah, sick. Nice one, bro. Appreciate you. Next up.
Hello, man. It's nice to have me again here. Anyways.
Wait, was you already on the stage?
I was on the stage on the competition. I'm the first contestant that got fucked over.
Oh, Hanzo.
The Asian one, remember?
Yeah.
In your editing process, how is like the effects are like being pretty much synchronized into like beats and stuff, like there's like, as far as like I analyzed it, and as far as like I've been doing edits, it's been a complete mess, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't really get to like a specific formula, but I'm still trying. But I just
okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So if I'm hearing you correctly, are you asking what is my kind of overall process when it comes to editing the kind of crazy videos, the ones with a lot of effects and stuff? That was it. The editing style changed, to be fair. That editing style came from Heart Attack, wasn't it? Heart Attack was the first one I kind of really did it on. Or you could say I did it on King Scar, but Heart Attack Heart Attack was the main one I did it on. And that was because I felt like I didn't really like the Heart Attack video initially. So I was putting all those effects on to kind of, in my eyes, make the video more interesting and less, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the editing style came from. But in my opinion, the best version of that edit style is either Boiling Point or Faded. So if you watch the Faded video, Faded video is probably peak of that. Now, the cleanest of my editing style is probably Save Your Grace. That video is probably the cleanest of my editing style.
It's been diverse there. Like you've been putting out these bunch of effects in it, but like they've been really clean. Like they've been synchronized about that.
And then yeah,
ever since that, I've been like progressing, seeing you like on Doom 2 and all of that. Your stuff that been there, I've been getting cleaner and cleaner. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was just
So
wondering.
yeah, and initially, yeah, buddy, go on, give him that dopamine. Go on.
Bruh. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, big boy likes to purr.
Oh, is that Bears?
Yeah, BS.
Yeah.
So he's
Mashallah.
gonna do daddy duties. All right, I figure. All right, but yeah. I think
Yeah.
initially, like, I was in love with the editing style, and then I got so fatigued with it, and I felt like it was too like I did leeches, and then I started to strip it back a little bit more with other Doom 2 videos, but then I just got to the point where I was like, I preferred a cleaner visual, and I feel like it spawned like an entire community within my community of people who love to edit because they saw what I was doing. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen videos like this before.
Right.
But yeah, man, listen, the editors now, dude, they are taking it to a whole new level. You know what I mean? The editing is one of those things that if I kept up with would have been, you know, another tool in my arsenal. But I feel like even when I do edits now, I look at it, I'm like, bro, this guy is so
Yeah, like
2018.
your style specifically, like at some point, there have been editors like just such as myself. I've been starting to do this shit with Sony Vegas, and now I've been implementing stuff with Premiere. That like it's you can implement it in ways that you want it, and it's just gonna turn out clean. That's it.
Yeah, we can
But
fuck
hey,
around. We can fuck
just-
around. But yeah,
yeah.
bro, listen, I appreciate your question, my man. Hanzo, big win, bro.
Yeah.
Nice one, my man.
Thank you, man.
Peace, bro. We'll do one more, and then we'll lock in on some Outlast.
Hello.
How you doing,
Hello.
boss?
Okay. My question is, so obviously a lot of people make a few mistakes, and as for me, I make a few mistakes myself.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of mistakes I've made got me to the place I need to be. Is there any mistakes that you've made that has gotten you to the place
I'd say,
you
yeah.
didn't expect to be?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like my entire music career is a big mistake. That has just kind of worked out. Because every move I made was a question mark from when I made Source 1. It was like, okay. And then it was like, no. And then I did Save It. It was like, okay. It was like, no. Yeah. Then Cabin Fever, and then and then Chaos Theory. Then I'm like, no. And then I spun back and then did It isn't until you look back over. This is why I always champion. And I always say to people who are creative or artists or people who do anything, yeah, output. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. It doesn't matter if you feel like it's a mistake. It doesn't matter if it flops. It doesn't matter if anything. Listen, you're better off having your work out there than in here. You know what I mean? Than on your hard drive. Listen, there's probably artists out there with #1 fucking hit songs just sat on their phone because they're too scared to drop it. You know? And it's like, what the fuck? And he's in his head thinking, oh no, but no, what if I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of, you just have to really get used to putting yourself out there and embracing the mistakes. I mean, look at it like fucking, we could say, you know, putting the mask on was a mistake, and then taking it off was a mistake. Quitting YouTube was a mistake, and then it depends where you are on the timeline. If it's the day after I quit YouTube as Mazzy Maz, then it's like, okay, yeah, you made a big mistake. But if we cut forward a decade, oh, no, that's a sick investment. You know, selling your house for a Bitcoin back in 2000 and fucking whenever the fuck, you know, the next day you could be like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? But it's, you know what I mean? On a long enough timeline, shit, everything I've done has been, you know, an attempt to, on a fall forwards. Even, you know, when I decided to do funk, that again was another calculated risk of just, you know what, fuck it. And y'all gave me heat for that. By the way, y'all niggas was hating. Fuck. Hating. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You know, you just have to fall forward. And you have to do what you want to do. And if you feel, you know, correct yourself on the next move. Never retract, you know what I mean? Like, drop something and then, you know, if people hate it, drop something else. You know what I mean? Don't linger around to You know what I mean? Never be where the smoke is. Just always be ahead of it. Drop after
drop after drop after drop.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the question, man.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, eh?
Bro, appreciate you, man. There we go. Yap after motherfucking yap. Wait, nah, funk was fire. We love the funk. Funk era was goated. Where were all of you? What? Where were all of you? What the fuck is this?
Drop after